That's the kind of stuff I gotta figure out next, I think. Determining what niche I fit in and what games I can play within it, and what niches are halfway viable. I think that's relevancy is a big one. I don't really talk about this a lot, but relevancy is absolutely a big thing if you want to grow. Like, if you want to play your deep cut anime games, and like, this is not a shot at anime. You want to play your deep cut game that has an audience of 0, and you want to be that person who attempts to... If you want to play your deep cut game and you want to be the one that ushers in a new audience and introduces it, like, great, good on you. But there's a reason why certain games have very few viewers, and it's at a fundamental level. It's not necessarily because no one's tried streaming it or there's no best streamer there. Certain games people just don't want to watch on stream. And yeah, relevancy is so important, and finding categories like game selection. Oh my goodness. Like, I think, like, I'm still mad at myself for this, and like part of me not hitting affiliate when I was like this close was that I streamed Tetris Effect. And look, I love Tetris Effect, one of my favorite games of 2018. Phenomenal game, highly recommend it. That game has 0 audience. No one wants to watch Tetris Effect on stream, and they've never wanted to watch Tetris Effect on stream. That stream, that game, okay, we'll open the loot box after, but there just wasn't an audience for that game. And when I streamed it, I did multiple streams with 0 people from beginning to end, and it tanked my numbers. And I mean, not to say it's all Tetris Effect's fault. I also played Spider-Man, and that was a game with so many streamers at the time, and I just got lost in the shuffle, and nobody watched me play that either. And yeah, it took me months to recover from that and bounce back to get to a point where I could hit affiliate again. But if growth is a priority for you, like, you have to really think about that stuff. What games are you playing? What are you doing to support it? It's very easy. Like, if you just stream Fortnite and you have this dreams of being the next Ninja, and all you do is stream Fortnite and not tell anybody you're streaming Fortnite, no one will ever find you. There's thousands of people streaming Fortnite right now. There are thousands of people on Twitch right now. Don't open a new tab. Go search Fortnite and sort from low to high and scroll down and see how many zeros you can count before you get tired. Like, just thousands of people who are streaming, and they have these dreams, and like, no one's gonna find them because the discovery of Twitch is just not there. And so what are you doing to get people to discover you? Are you playing more niche games that are still have some sort of relevancy? Are you promoting your stuff on your blog, on your social media? Are you going to other people's streams and making friends and hosting each other and doing that sort of like networking stuff? It's a lot. I think it opens just this crazy can of worms of like, so you want more than 0 people to watch. What does it take? And it takes a lot. It really does. Some of the things you have to keep in mind. Saturated. Twitch as a platform, saturated. Pretty much every category is full of people. I will stream Tetris 99, and part of why I stream Tetris 99 is like, it's a pretty short category. Not a lot of people streaming it. But even then, there are days where there's 3 people streaming Tetris 99 and everybody's watching the first channel, and I just get buried and nobody wants to watch me. Even a game with a category as small as that one, like, it's still tough to get an audience. You can't just rely on playing a game and people finding you and wanting to watch you. So 1, yeah, saturation, real problem. 2, discoverability. Twitch is not great for discovering new streamers. It's very top heavy. You go to the category page, I want to watch some Fortnite, and odds are you're not scrolling like very far down. You're either looking at the people at the very top. The vast majority of people are looking at the streamers at the very top, and a handful are looking at the very bottom because they really want that like super niche stream, someone they can be a little more interactive with. But for the most part, everybody's up here and no one's watching down here. Twitch, you can't really search. There's no algorithm. If you're looking for something really specific, it's not going to serve that up. It's just Overwatch. And then maybe you can filter by like English. but it's still like if I'm sorting by like Fortnite English, like that's still like thousands of people. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna stand out?
Welcome to Rialto.
And I think the meta of streaming right now, if you want to grow your channel, and I've seen this echoed in a bunch of different places, and I'm going to try this strategy myself. Like, I think don't stream every day. This is another thing. Because of the discoverability problems on Twitch, I think one of the worst things you could do as a Twitch streamer is stream for extended periods of time every single day. I think it is just simply not the most efficient way to get people to find you, because Twitch is not a discoverable platform. Right? I put out, for example, I stream Tetris 99, and on a good day, it's like 30 people watch the stream. I put out one Tetris 99 video on YouTube, like I did one for team battles and stuff. I worked 15 minutes, and that got viewed over 500 times. And I didn't have to be live for that, and that video is still generating views, and people are still finding me and discovering my content, and some of those people will eventually come here. I think the key is, like, one of the keys, of many keys, is I think if you want to grow, you've got to have a footprint in places beyond just Twitch. If you are just doing Twitch, people will not find you. Streaming stuff, I love talking about streaming and video and the tech and like what it takes. I think it's just a fascinating challenge of like, how do you stand out in this marketplace? How as a streamer do you get people to watch and engage with your stuff? And like, I don't necessarily have ambitions of being Ninja or anything, but in my head, it was like, if I could get a couple of people to watch the stream, that would be great. And then for over a year, 0 people watched me. Like, literal 0. And it really got me thinking about, like, what was I doing wrong? How can I get better? How does anyone get better on this platform? And the stream does. I was streaming like 3 months ago, Halo 5 on my Xbox One, and 1 person watched. See, there you go. That's something. Like, I was streaming to literal 0 people, and that's hard to do. I think it's streaming to 0 people, I've said multiple times, is like the most demoralizing thing I've ever gone through as a creator. That feeling of like, I've invited the world to my birthday party and nobody showed up. But like, that's the reality of streaming. When you look at the numbers, I think I crunched some numbers a while back, and I know this isn't entirely accurate anymore, but about 89% of streamers, 89% of streamers average less than 3 viewers per stream. The vast majority of active streamers get less than 3 viewers a stream. And like, you guys consider me a small channel, probably, and like, I don't blame you. I average single-digit viewers. But like, according to Twitch Tracker, my channel is usually trending in like the top 2 or 3% of streamers in terms of performance. And when you think about that, like, we have 5 viewers on the stream right now, and that's like enough to put me in the top 3% of all streamers. What does it take to get to like the top, like if you want to get to even like 300 viewers a stream, you're in the top 0.1% of all people streaming right now. One of my favorite streaming advice content creators, Alpha Gaming, Harris Heller. There was a video about money he did a while back and what it took him. And he reached a point where his Twitch channel was finally generating enough money to hit the average income, the median income in the United States. And for him to do that, his channel had to perform in the top 0.1%. No, yeah, it was less than top 1%. I don't stream that much anyway, but still never get much people. And I think that's the reality for the vast majority of people that stream. I think if you want to get more than that, you really have to work for it. Otherwise, you shouldn't really expect anything more than 0. That's why most Xbox players stream on Mixer. I mean, Mixer, like Xbox and Mixer, because the services are inherently tied to one another. Is Mixer a better platform to stream on than YouTube, like YouTube or Twitch? Not necessarily. Like, discovery is still a problem on Mixer, even though like it's a much smaller pool of players. And Ian says, well, and I think a lot of people who do content creation professionally are hustling on YouTube and Twitch both, and have Patreons on top of that. Yeah, so yeah, some of the other things in the meta, I think you said a key phrase there: content creation. This is key, and this is going to make you stand out everywhere, on Twitch, on WordPress, on YouTube, whatever it is you're doing. You have to make stuff, and like, I think just sitting here and playing video games is not good enough. I really don't think so. Unless you're one of the best people in the world, you have to create something that is interesting, that people want to consume. And what is it that you can make? What content can you make that people are going to want to watch? And yeah, right now a lot of people on Twitch are just using this to play games in front of an audience, and hey, that's fine. But if you want to go more than that, I think the future is making content. And in terms of the multi-platform nature of content creation, yes, that's the other big thing, is you want to have your eggs in as many different baskets as you can. And one, it's for reach. You're reaching out to different audiences. The audience that reads me on WordPress is not the same that follows me on YouTube, is not the same that follows me on Twitch. And if you have all your eggs in one basket, let's say I'm on Twitch and I happen to say something that gets me banned, it's done. I've lost everything. I've lost my audience. I can't contact you guys anymore because I don't have your emails or your contact info. I lose my ability to stream. I lose my ability to generate revenue, and that's all gone. Do I want to trust Twitch with that? Okay, so you go to YouTube and all you do is YouTube. The algorithm says something, like changes in a way that stops showing my videos, and now no one watches me. And if I have everything on YouTube, I've lost everything there too. If the algorithm says like, hey, you did this bad thing in your video, like demonetized, and the moderation process on YouTube and like trying to talk to a human being to like address something awful, do I want to trust my livelihood to YouTube on that? Oh, I think that you want to have as many eggs in as many baskets as you can, create all these different touch points and build these audiences so that, one, you maximize your reach, and two, one of these goes out, you can still keep going and you can still keep building. And I think the ultimate goal is to create something that's platform agnostic, something that you fully control, something that you can generate revenue from all the time. And I think Ashley Christ in particular, she has this ebook about like streaming, and she's made tens of thousands of dollars on it, and she doesn't have to promote it anymore. It's just word of mouth, and it's not dependent on her Twitch channel being live, on her YouTube account being active, her being on Twitter. Like, she just makes the thing and just gets pure profit from it. How do you do that? What is it that you can do that does that thing? Just crazy galaxy brain Twitch streaming meta chats here. How do you make yourself stand out? Looks matter. I know that like I'm a dude and I don't do enough to make this look appealing as I could. Like, for example, my hair is not done and my hair is a mess. I do plan on getting a haircut soon, but like, when you see my YouTube videos, make note, my hair is styled in every single one. That is a conscious decision to try and look my absolute best in order to, I think, draw more of an audience. This backdrop, you guys remember what my stream was like when I first started? And it was just Snorlax on the floor and just the plain wall, and the angle was bad, and you could see the curtain in the back here. Like, it was terrible. And part of the decorations here is like part of the eye candy of what I'm trying to offer here and give you guys a sense of who I am and what I enjoy. And like, that's part of the value too. The Zelda Cup. I mean, it does have the functional benefit of being really big, and I don't have to go upstairs to refill it, but part of that benefit is, hey, it's the Legend of Zelda. I like Zelda. You like it too, probably. I think the key is, if you want to get better, if you want to grow, you have to think about everything. Everything. Every tiny detail matters. And don't go into this just like, oh, I'm gonna hook it up and play. Like, at a certain point, if you really want to blow this up, you need to think about how all of this fits and what you're doing to get people here, what you're doing to create something that people want to engage with, interact with.